Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. Let me clean my lens off. Yeah. Give me 1 second. That look much clearer? Yeah, that look much clearer. All right. How we doing this evening? I greet you as I always do, in the words of Bibi Fahodie, African liberation. I'm finding more comfort with doing these videos. Um, it could be, how I'm thinking this can be kind of like a diary where you just, because this basically what it is, where people just chronicle their lives. And I was just thinking, like I said, if anybody come out, I don't really know how to share it. Maybe I'll share it to like my Facebook page, Obasi, OBASIKINTE, Obasi Kente, or my Instagram, I Speak the Truth 4.0. But I'm really trying to learn how to build my, content and just chronicle my life. Because I titled this, and that's the thing. I kind of be forgetting my title sometimes. But disability, dating with a disability / condition, whatever you call it. And the reason I said whatever you call it, because a lot of times when I'm talking to my friends and they'll say, stop calling it a condition. Okay. And I get it. And then, or sometimes they'll say, stop calling it a disability. Because when you look at it like that, I mean, I get it. Because sometimes we all need a little, mind trick. But we have to, like, one of the things I learned in my 4.0 or advancement is like living in real time. Like living in the, not necessarily the now, but the real. You know what I'm saying? Like living in the real of it is what it is. It's a condition. Cerebral palsy is a condition that really restricts you. And so, like, I said, because sometimes, like, when I write stuff down, I feel better. So I said, let's try video, like, man. And I know if I was in Toastmasters, they would be getting me about my arms. But it's what you call it, because it restricts you. There are a lot of things I can do. I can drive. I can cook. I do. Like I said, this is my place. Like, I don't receive any special assistance or, because I got to get it like real time, like a real, like a quote unquote real man. What if there's no government funding? How would we live? And like I said, this is never to anybody, hey, get it. But it's kind of hard because, like, and speaking of Toastmasters, I can remember I did a Toastmaster speech and I was saying, what if everybody had like a label on their head, when you meet somebody? What if everybody had like a label? Meaning like compulsive liar, cheater, schizophrenic, bipolar, narcissistic, liar, deadbeat dad, deadbeat mom. What if we could see those flaws about a people? What if we could see those flaws about a people? How attractive would people be then? I want y'all to think about this in real time. Because we judge on the physical, and I get it because the physical is so beautiful. It's the first thing you see. But it is so challenging dating with a disability because you don't know how to talk about it. And at 40, I'm finally beginning to become comfortable. You know? Women they have this preconceived notion. Like, that's why I said, a lot of times when I knock on these manosphere videos and all this, because I understand that hurt space that a lot of them brothers are in and probably won't admit to. But I was born with it. Like, at one time, this gonna sound crazy, but at one time, I actually felt like it was something wrong because I had never did time. That tells you, how your mind is thinking when you think you've done something wrong. Because a lot of times there was always, it seemed like, brothers always kind of wanted this recognition for going to the pen, or it was like you were validated off being a real man if you was street, if you was this. And I couldn't relate to that. I'm a thinker. I was always the one, the introvert that sat to itself because it conditions you at an early age. None of the children, I had quote unquote friends growing up in school, but none of the children really, really, really want to play with you. None of the girls really, really, really want to talk to you. I always like girls. I never have been. I always have liked girls ever since I've been a little warrior. And like experiences like going to the club, it never was fun. And I get there are different types out there that sometimes, but for me, so it's like, it's like a lot of these brothers, they know what to say because women run to them. So sometimes back when I was talking about, sometimes I could come across awkward. Well, it's not. As you see, I know how to articulate myself. But what is it, ladies? Do you not like articulate brothers? I don't know. I don't want to be ignorant assumptions. Like, I think this is where we got to start having healthy dialogue because it's like, I feel like, no, I know I'm a valuable, or let's say high value, but I know I have value as an African man. And a lot of times, the world kind of confines you to, fit this to where it will make you hate yourself based off of how it looks at you. That makes sense what I'm saying? The world will make you hate yourself because the world doesn't accept how you look. And that's kind of the narrative that the LBGT, OBGYN community tries to make, that they can't be themselves. No, this is something I was born with. You're not born homosexual. Okay? So it's like, a lot of times, people always try to, lump certain categories. No. To be on that side is a choice. I don't have no choice. Every day I wake up, it ain't no choice. It's that same load over and over. And you got to pull it. That's why I be talking about, I don't like these whiny dudes. Women. And it's like the real ones. Ladies don't even be seeing us. My high school crush, she's still fine too. I've been, she's my, like, not even high school crush, like elementary. And she's still fine with multiple children. But sometimes that's when you have to come to the practicality of yourself. It's like, sometimes I have to ask myself critical questions. Do I pick based off of just looks? I think we're all guilty of it. So that's why I can't judge people. Because what people always try to say, well, would you date somebody with a condition? She was like me, yeah. But if she was confined to her condition and she had an overworrying family and just certain things, I don't know. So I can understand because I really put myself in real time, as I say. And I hope I'm making sense. But sometimes, like I said, the most thorough brothers is not what Hollywood project. I always say this. But the difference with me, y'all see, my flaw walking up. You know what I'm saying? You see my flaw. And the thing about my last relationship, and like I said, it's like therapeutic. I talk about it. Like I think she loved me. I think she loved me. She had love for me. Remember I talked about that? But she didn't love me. Because sometimes there's a look in people's eyes that you see that they don't accept you. But it was this that kept us together so long. It was my ability to do things brothers that was normal didn't have the understanding. A lot of times the nuts to do. But my package was never enough. You know what I'm saying? And that hurts. Because I'm only being discriminated on because of my condition. Now I'm fiery, like I said, depending on where your parents at, I may not be the one you want to bring home to your mama or your daddy. Because I stand on what I stand on, I feel what I feel about Europeans, and I have a right to. I will never denounce my views. Because we always gotta say, you can't, and I get it. But there's a pride in my heart for my ancestors that this is not about how it's gonna make somebody else feel or how somebody else see. I walk with a pride with my ancestors in my heart. So I'll never denounce them because somebody around or somebody's gonna say, I don't like. Look through the history of what they have done to us and tell me would you like them? Would you want your son with them? Just us as Africans alone. So I might not be the one you want to bring home to depending on where you at on your conscious level or where you at and that was another thing because what it's like also those same ones, those stamps I was just talking about, the liars, all of this, boom, boom, boom. They're the ones, okay, it's like this. And I was looking at what was that doc it was a documentary. I think it was a documentary what's her name? Kimberly. She coined the critical race theory. And that's something that we should look at, this critical race theory. Her name is Kimberly, Kimberle. I always forget her last name. But at the end of her critical race theory presentation, she had like this like they were running hurdles, or they were running on track, hurdles basically, and it had the white man on one side, it had the young white man on one side, and it had the young black man on the other side. And right before it went with gold with green, the white man shot out of the gates, and he ran around for centuries. He lapped around. And I think don't quote me, I think it got to like 1964, don't quote me. And they finally let the black man in. So I equate that to, okay, it's like this with the quote unquote normal guy and me. Like I said, I only speak on my situation in this case. But if you got a condition and you understand what I'm saying, give me a like or give me a share. But I'm only speaking to me. With me, it's like I'm put up in front of all these hurdles. And I knock them all down. And if that sister that I dated see this video, she'll understand that. She'll know that. She'll tell you that it's the truth that I'm saying. I knocked every hurdle down. Some things I could, I ain't gonna say all of them, but not majority of them. I'll come back and say, I wasn't where I wanted to be financially. I can be real enough to say that. So sometimes, like I said, because I own my stuff and I don't project and make everything somebody else's fault, I could see why. But it's the treatment that people treat you when you got a condition. I can see why that if because I was so real. You know, I shared with her, I said, if I don't, we had been together like 6 years at this point. And I said, if I don't get you at the point, and I was serious with this in my heart, if I don't get you where you need to be in the next year or so, I think we need to reassess our relationship because that means I'm not getting the job done. So, you know, of course, I had love for her. I was in love with her. So it was that, but it was like sometimes a person can be in your life and it's like basketball where you just on the team and you're like Kevin Garnett. You stayed on the Timberwolves, or you play for the Falcons. You ain't gonna never win. You ain't gonna never win, and you gonna waste your time. That's why Julio Jones got on. Julio Jones left. What you staying up for to beat Terrence Mathis record? No diss to Terrence Mathis. But sometimes you can be wasting somebody's time. Because you're not doing it was the way we always say it's not what you do, it's how you do. It is the way people will poop on you. So I'm working on that language. Because they're not comfortable with you. Or it's like this kind of shameful thing where they like you, but they don't want nobody else to know they like you. Because who want to be known like the disabled man? Because there's this kind of this I don't want to say like what's the word I'm looking for? Like this cliquish mentality. So you may be liking a person, but you don't want nobody else to kind of know, so you kind of try to keep them hidden. You try to keep them hidden, and you live your life just straight up just hidden. You know? You know, a lot of times, like I always say, I need my woman to understand and have confidence that she got a real king. I still continuously work on my empire. I am going to build. I am not going to lay around like some cripple that is over with until the white establishment comes in and wipe me out. Mm-mm. Oh, that's not my. You know, I have hard time because, like I said, the world didn't accept me, so it made me hate me, and I'm coming out of that. That's who taught me to hate me, the world. So, you know, and I'm getting better at this. And I pray, like, because I'm saying, and it's not even about the viewers because sometimes I want to do this on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, but sometimes the comments will distract your flow. I ain't looking for no support. I mean, I ain't looking for no pity. I just want to. Sometimes you gotta let it flow. Maybe I'll share this video because I think it may need to be heard. But to my people with disabilities or conditions or whatever we call it, how is it with y'all dating? People look at you like you're not even human. Y'all don't understand this. Y'all say, you know, and I get it when people say, well, something wrong with everybody. I get it. But when you bear the load, forget all that cross constant stuff. When you bear the load on your back, you know. Like I said, I'm strong. Sometimes I just want people to see me for me. Like I said, sometimes I overdo things because I be needing to be loved on. I need a queen to understand how to love on all this king. I'm short. I got a little muscle definition. But what really is the physical? I love all the ladies. You know? Um, but it's really challenging. because nobody really want to give you a chance. Because everybody, like I said, everybody had this preconceived notion. So, yeah, that's just something on my mind. And I said I'm gonna try not to go so long, but I'm gonna share these videos. I will. Um, I leave you. I appreciate you for listening. To anybody that listened to this video, I leave you in the words that I agreed to you in of BB for Hodier, African liberation for African people.